What is up, Marvel Rivals fans? Today we are back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 characters I hope they add to Marvel Rivals. This is just my ideas, so I came up with these characters, I came up with the ideas, I came up with their roles, everything like that. So if you guys, disagree or anything like that, just let me know in the comments down below. This is just, again, these are my ideas. So if you guys disagree, it is what it is. But anyway, sorry about the delay. I've been kind of sick. You could probably still hear it in my voice. I'm still trying to get better. But yeah, but without further ado, like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all so much for the support. We're at 124 subscribers as I'm recording this video. So hopefully by the time this video is out, we can get to 150. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Because I believe like 95% of people who watch my videos aren't even subscribed yet. It's literally free. Like, what are we doing here? All right, y'all, whatever. Let's get right into it. At number 1, we have Daredevil as a duelist. So for his abilities, obviously I want him to sense, like the invisible characters like Loki, Invisible Woman, things like that, as well as Psylocke, of course. But for his passive ability, we have Radar Sense. Daredevil can see enemies through walls within a short radius if they make noise. So like as soon as they move, he can just see them through walls. So kind of like Punisher's ability, but I feel like it could be a lot stronger as he can see, the invisible characters and stuff like that, which I think would be pretty cool. For one of his abilities, we have Billy Club Toss. Throws his Billy Club in a straight line, bouncing off walls and dealing damage to enemies hit. I believe he could also do a little bit more damage the more enemies he hits. I think that would be pretty cool. For another ability, we have Acrobatic Assault. Performs a spinning kick and knocks enemies back and briefly disorients them. So, in case, he runs out of cooldowns or whatever for anything else, and somebody's pushing him like a diver, I think he should be able to, spin, use his acrobatics, kick them and stuff like that, and then just, disorient them. I think that'd be pretty cool. Devil's Dance for his ultimate, a rapid flurry of melee strikes on a single target, dealing massive damage and stunning them. I think that would be really cool for his ult. Just kind of, I guess you could say, mainly like a solo ult thing, but maybe in a big group being able to, stun them and stuff like that. I think that would be pretty cool, but yeah. And then for his skins, I think one of his skins should obviously be his yellow suit. I mean, that's just a given. And then another one I think should be like an all black suit, but with red eyes. So his eyes are just glowing red. I think that would be really cool. So let me know what you guys think about Daredevil as a duelist in Marvel Rivals. And don't act like you guys don't want it to happen, because we all know we want Daredevil. Alright, for my next character, which I believe should also be kind of a counter to Daredevil, we have Bullseye, which is also going to be a duelist. So for his passive ability, we have no misses. So I think if he does headshots, it deals extra damage, and it should slow down enemies, because his name's Bullseye. Obviously, he's going to hit somebody in the head. I think that'd be really cool. And then for another skill, it's kind of like Daredevil's, Deadly Ricochet. Throws a set of projectiles that bounce off surfaces before hitting enemies. So again, kind of where he can perfectly line up a ricochet shot and then from a distance just hit it off the walls. I think that'd be really cool. Another ability, Weapon Steal. Bullseye can pick up enemy projectiles and throw them back for extra damage. So let's say Hela's normal attack. If he uses his ability, he can catch them and then throw them, right back at Hela. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then for his ultimate, we have Bullseye's Barrage, which unleashes a rain of knives, bullets, and throwing stars over a wide area. So kind of how Spider-Man's attack is him spinning around. I think it could kind of be the same thing, but it's just a bunch of projectiles, sharp knives, all that. I think that would look really cool. And then for his skins, I think one of his skins should just be, his classic look. Obviously, just a black and white bodysuit with a target symbol on his head. I think that would look really cool. Just his classic suit. And then for another one, which could kind of be an original one, maybe an Assassin's Creed look. So like a sleek design where he has he's hooded and I don't know, some that just looks like a almost like Assassin's Creed. You guys could just picture that in your brain. I think that would look really cool. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Daredevil and Bullseye's duelists. I think they could come out together in like a 2-pack, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but like both of them together in one season, I think that would be really cool. So let me know what you guys think about them. All right, next up we have a strategist, and I feel like this one is just a given that he's a strategist. We have Silver Surfer as a strategist. So for his passive ability, we got Cosmic Awareness. Allies near Silver Surfer gain slight movement and ability cooldown reduction. So I think that would be really cool. So when you're near Silver Surfer in his radius, your cooldowns go by a little bit faster. I think that would be a really, really good ability. And then for another one of his abilities, we have Energy Wave fires a cosmic blast that pierces through enemies. So I believe that this ability, so like let's say that there's one enemy in front of another enemy, I think this projectile can just go right through people. So like whoever, even like through like Doctor Strange's shield, I think it could just go right through people all the way till it like hits a wall or something. I think that'd be really dope. And then for another one of his abilities, we have Gravity Manipulation. Temporarily makes allies and himself float, avoiding ground-based attacks. So I think this would be a great counter for, you know, like, what's his name? The Thing's ability, for Venom's ability. Who else? Whatever abilities, you know, has to do with, like, the ground, I think that would be really good. You can just get them out the way. So that would be a really good ability as well. And obviously, it would be great for him since he's a support as well. And then for his ultimate, we have Power Cosmic Surge. Enhances all nearby allies with increased attack damage and a movement speed for a short duration, as well as I believe that it could kind of do like maybe instant cooldowns. Maybe not instant cooldowns, but like 1 to 2 second cooldowns. So like really quick cooldowns. I think that would be really good and like last for like 6. In my fault. Last for like, you know, like 7 or 8 seconds or something like that. I think that'd be really good. And then for his skins, I believe that it should be one that maybe is called Fallen Surfer. So it's like a darker tarnished silver, maybe some cracks in it, and then has like, you know, like red evil eyes, like almost like an evil version of Silver Surfer, because I think that would be really dope. Like a golden cosmic energy replacing his silver form and like inspired by the Infinity Gauntlet. So like kind of like the Infinity the Thing skin, but like for Silver Surfer. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Silver Surfer as a strategist in Marvel Rivals. I think that would be super dope personally, and I think this was a W idea. So can I get a like on the video for that idea? I think it's pretty good. Alright, next up we have another strategist. We have AntMan. So I was talking to my friend Xavier. Shout out to Xavier. Hopefully he's watching this video. I was kind of asking him, I'm like, yo, for AntMan, what do you think? Like strategist, like tank? So he said strategist, and honestly I agree, because I believe for one of his attacks, he could have like the PIMs where he can like throw them at an enemy, or sorry, throw them at a teammate, make them small, and give them like movement speed for them to be able to like run back to AntMan so he can heal them. I think that'd be really cool. And then for his passive, I think it should be called PIM Shift. Every time AntMan dodges, he briefly shrinks to avoid attacks. So again, like if there's an enemy diving him, like a Spider-Man, Black Panther, whatever, if he dodges an attack, then I believe he can like turn small so that they can't, you know, mess with him anymore. I think that'd be really good. And then for one of his skills, we have Micro Assault, shrinks to ant size, making him untargetable and increasing movement speed. So yeah, just like his passive ability, but I think that'd be really good. And then for his another skill, we have Ant Swarm. Summons a swarm of ants to slow and damage enemies in an area. So I believe this could kind of be like Squirrel Girl's ult, but obviously not as strong, where he can just send them. So like, again, if there's an enemy diving, I feel like he's a great anti-dive strategist, because when there's enemies diving, he can turn small. When there's enemies diving, he can send out the ants to like slow them down so that they can escape really fast, and then, you know, you can take care of them, which I think would be super dope. And then for his ult, I was talking to Xavier about this. I'm like, yo, what else abilities do you think he should have? And he said to turn giant. I'm like, 100% I agree. But I think his ultimate should be him turning giant. So for his ultimate, we have Giant Man mode. Grows to a massive size, increasing health and melee damage for a short time. I also think it should kind of like slightly give a damage boost to his teammates as well, since he is a strategist. I think it should give like a slight, like maybe like a 15% damage boost or something like that. Maybe some a little bit less crazy, like a 10% or something. I think that'd be really dope. And then for his skins, I would want the classic Ant-Man skin, you know, the goofy classic Ant-Man skin, which would be really cool. And then for another skin, I would want like a futuristic armored Ant-Man skin, which I think would be pretty dope. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Ant-Man as a strategist. I think that is a given. I think he'd be super dope. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. All right, next up we have a Vanguard. We have Captain Marvel as a Vanguard. I think if they add Captain Marvel, she has to be a Vanguard, and we really do need some female Vanguards. Obviously, we have Penny Parker, but we need more diversity, Marvel Rivals. Come on. And I think Captain Marvel is a great addition to that Vanguard class. But for her passive ability, we got Kree Resilience, gains bonus damage resistance when below 50% health. So I think this would be really cool because when she gets low, she just gets that extra resilience, gains, bonus damage, maybe like a 20% damage boost, which I think would be pretty fair. One of her abilities, we have Photon Burst. Fires a charged energy blast that knocks enemies back. So again, just getting enemies out the way. And I think it could be so powerful that I should be able to move the thing. That's just me. I think this should be able to move literally anybody out the way. So I think that would be a really good ability. And then for another ability, we have Sky Charge. Dashes forward with high speed, damaging and stunning enemies in her path. So again, kind of like Human Torch where he dashes down, but this one is just like goes super quick. You really can't dodge it, and she just like gets you out the hell out the way. I think that would be super dope, especially when you need to push point or something like that, and she's just able to dash forward, just gets enemies out the way. I think that would be really cool. And then for her ultimate, we have Binary Form. Temporarily enters binary form, gaining flight, energy-based melee attacks, and increased damage resistance. So she just turns super tanky. Also ability to fly, so like obviously a flying Vanguard, which would be super badass, super cool. And I think Captain Marvel is perfect for this. And then for her skins, we have Miss Marvel. Classic, so the black and the gold lightning bolt suit. I think that'd be really cool. And then I think for another one, obviously her and then for her other skin, I think the MCU skin would be really cool. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the female Vanguard Captain Marvel with the ability to fly, super strong, able to knock back literally anybody. I think that'd be super badass. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. So for next up, we have another Vanguard. We have Super Skrull. So for Super Skrull, I think he could be again a really cool Vanguard. I think it's not a lot of people know about Super Skrull, and again, I think Marvel Rivals is doing a really good job with characters that like aren't really known in Marvel unless you obviously are a big comic book reader. But like for the average MCU Marvel enjoyers, not a lot of people know about Jeff. Not a lot of people know about Squirrel Girl. Not a lot of people knew about, a bunch of different characters like Cloak and Dagger, stuff like that. So I think Super Skrull would be really cool. Anyways, I'm yapping, my fault. But for his passive, I think it should be called Skrull Adaptation. After taking damage, temporarily gains a resistant boost to that attack type. I think that would be really cool. For another ability, we have Flaming Fist. Engulfs his arms in fire, increasing melee damage. And I think he could have a team-up ability with Human Torch where that ability gets a lot stronger with Human Torch. I think that would be really cool. And then Elastic Guard stretches his arms into a shield that absorbs incoming damage. So kind of like Mr. Fantastic, but they could do it a little bit different. And then for his ultimate, this one I think would be super badass. So hear me out on this one. This one's really cool. We have the Fantastic Overload. Gains all of the Fantastic Four powers at once. Super strength, flame projectiles, invisibility, and elasticity for a short time. So I believe he could have one of each of their abilities for a short time, gain a lot of health, and that would look super badass. Having him like with 4 different abilities at one time, invisibility, fire, super strength, elasticity, like come on, that would look super badass. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And then for skins, we have Secret Invasion Super Skrull, a stealthier armored version of his suit. So again, just like a all black kind of sleek look. I think that would look pretty cool. And then another one would be Galactus Herald Skrull. So like a cosmic version of him with like glowing purple, silver accents. So kind of like Galactus, you know what I mean? I think that would look super badass. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Super Skrull as a Vanguard. And tell me that Ultimate isn't badass. You can't tell me the Ultimate isn't badass. Alright, my fault. Let me chill. We have another Vanguard. So me personally, I wanted Dr. Doom as a strategist, but I asked Xavier, I said, yo, Xavier, what do you think Dr. Doom would be? And he said Vanguard. So if you disagree and also agree that you think he should be a strategist, don't be mad at me. I said I wanted him to be a strategist, but I wanted to listen to Xavier because, you know, I love that man. Pause. What am I talking about? I'm glazing him over here. Like, what the hell? He's watching this like, yo, get off my tip. My fault. Anyways, let's just go through his abilities. I'm getting distracted. So first passive ability, we have Arcane Armor. Doom's armor gives him passive damage resistance to all attacks, because obviously he's made of what, like metal, steel, whatever he's made out of. So I think he should just have a damage resistance to begin with. For his other ability, we have Doom Gauntlet, fires an energy blast that damages and weakens enemies. I also think that this should give like a 3-second, let's say like 2 to 3 seconds of what's it called? Like inability to be healed. So like they just can't be healed when he gets hit by this for like 2 seconds. I think that would be really good. And then for another ability, we have Arcane Barrier, creates a magical shield that absorbs projectiles. So kind of like, again, like Magneto and stuff, but I think he should need a shield where he can, you know, I think maybe, you know what would be really cool actually? If he could like rip pieces of the map off and like create a shield out of it. I think that'd be really cool. And then for his ultimate, we have Doom's Wrath. So summons a giant explosion of dark energy, dealing massive AoE damage. So just kind of like in a sense, like Venom's ult, where he, like, it's a big AoE thing, but instead, like, it's just like huge explosion of dark magic. I think that they shouldn't be able to get healed for like 5 seconds, and then it's just, yeah, it's just badass. So yeah, I think that would be a pretty cool ultimate. And then for his skins, we have just his classic skin, you know, the green cape, silver armor, just like classic Dr. Doom look. And then for his other ones, this one is from Secret Wars 2015, his white cloak and gold armor from Secret Wars, which I think would look super badass. I'll put a picture here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about freaking Dr. Doom as a Vanguard in Marvel Rivals. And let me know if you guys think that he should have been a strategist instead. But yeah, we got a lot of Vanguards today. We have Luke Cage as a Vanguard. I think it's inevitable that Luke Cage is a Vanguard. And then for his passive, come on y'all, you know this one, Unbreakable Skin. And then again, so kind of like Dr. Doom, but he takes reduced damage from melee and bullet attacks because he has Unbreakable Skin. Come on, it's Luke Cage, bruh. And then for another one of his abilities, we have Street Brawler. Delivers a powerful punch that stuns enemies. So kind of like the Things, but this one has to go on cooldown because it can stun enemies, so you can't just do it over and over again. But like, he punches enemies, stuns them for like, let's say 2 seconds, and then boom, kind of like that. I think that would look really badass. For another one of his abilities, we have Power Stomp. Slams the ground, creating a shockwave that knocks back enemies. I believe this should also break the environment on the map, which I think would look super cool. So having Luke Cage literally just stomp the ground, making cracks in the ground, also being able to, like, you know, destroy walls that can be broken and stuff like that. That would look really cool. And then for his ultimate, Sweet Christmas, gains increased strength, damage resistance, and a speed boost for a short time. Also, I think they should make him like look like he's on straight steroids. So kind of like Hulk's ultimate, where he just becomes super big. I think that should be a thing for him as well, which would look pretty badass. And then for his skins, we have obviously just the classic Luke Cage look. His classic yellow shirt, silver headband, and I think he should have chains around his fists as well, which would be pretty badass. And then for another one, we have Modern Cage, black t-shirt and jeans with battle scars, which would look badass. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Luke Cage as a Vanguard in Marvel Rivals. I think he would be pretty cool. All right, finally, we got a duelist. We have Falcon. So for Falcon, I believe his passive ability should be increase air mobility, making him harder to hit. So like being able to be really quick like a Falcon, and not as, you know, like for Iron Man, when I'm playing Spider-Man and I see Iron Man, like look at this, look on the screen right now, I see Iron Man, I'm like, oh yeah, it's wraps. I can't swing here, so let's just watch this. Oh, he's dead, never mind. Anyways, but you guys get what I'm saying. When I'm Spider-Man, I see an Iron Man or a Human Torch or a Storm, I'm licking my chops. I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm Spider-Man, I'm diffing them easily. But I think with Falcon, I think he should just be way quicker, so it's way harder to hit him when you're playing as Spider-Man or any of those characters that can hard counter these flying characters. And then for one of his abilities, we have Wing Slash. Uses his wings to send a sharp wind projectile at enemies. Another one would be Skydive. So flies up and dives down, knocking enemies back. So again, another dive down knockback move. So I think that would be pretty cool. And then for his ultimate, Red Wing Assault deploys Red Wing drones to track and attack nearby enemies. So he just like, I think he should like fly up in the air, say like his line, like I'm trying to think of a line here and I can't think of any, and it just shoots out a bunch of drones that just goes after a bunch of enemies. So again, this could be a huge counter for diving characters because the drones just track them and get rid of these squishies pretty easily, which I think would be pretty good. And then for his skins, we have the classic Falcon skin, because I know if they add Falcon, he's not going to have his classic suit. He's going to have obviously his more modern MCU look. And then obviously for another suit, we have to have the Captain America Falcon suit as well. So let me know what you guys think about Falcon as a flying duelist in Marvel Rivals. Also, if you made it this far, man, like and subscribe, yo. Come on, you guys already been watching this whole time. Like and subscribe. Come on, let's get it. Last and not least, we have another female Vanguard. We have Jessica Jones. So again, I think she should be able to come out with Luke Cage. You know what I mean? They're inseparable. And then for her passive ability, we have Super Strength. Melee attacks deal increased knockback and damage. So I think that for this passive ability, it should be like a charge thing. So like she's hitting people, it charges up her passive, and then for like let's say 5 seconds, every single time she hits, it gets stronger and knocks them further back, which would be really cool and will be really good for holding the point and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that would be a really good passive ability. Another one would be Bar Fight. So this one would be really cool. So I think that she should be able to literally just rip pieces off of the map off and just be able to throw it at people. And obviously it'd be kind of hard because certain places on the map aren't breakable, but the places that are breakable, I think she should just be able to rip it off and throw it at people. And the bigger the piece of the map is, the more damage it does, which would be really cool. For another ability, we have Detective Intuition. Temporarily sees enemy footprints through walls. So just be able to see enemies through walls, pretty cool. And then for her ultimate, we have Unstoppable Charge. Dashes forward, sending enemies flying upon impact. So again, I know this ability and stuff like that, I've said it a lot for Vanguards, but what else can you do with the Vanguard? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe she could also get like super big damage, but it's all going to be basic for what's it called, for Vanguards. Like, they're all going to be kind of the same ultimates. And then for skins, we have the classic Jessica Jones skin, so just classic one, and then another one would be her Netflix series skin as well. So yeah, that was my top 10 heroes and villains that I want to see be added to Marvel Rivals. We had some Vanguards, we had some duelists, we had some strategists. Let me know what you guys think about all of these additions. Let me know if you guys would change any, what abilities, what skins, if you guys would rather see, you know, different roles for certain characters. Like, let me know. All right, y'all. Much love to you guys. This has been Got Rivals. If you enjoy Marvel Rivals as much as I do, please like, please subscribe, please share with your friends. Let's get to 150 subscribers. We are like 26 away. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.